Ladies and gentlemen, we're here.
I'm part of the Kliq, isn't everybody?
Yes! 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 I got an idea, yeah. Beat up John Cena!
Give me a hell yeah!
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Too sweet! This is where the power lies!
I am the man.
If you can, survive!
It's showtime, folks!
The following episode is scheduled for one fall, and it is for your listening pleasure. This is In The Kliq.
What's up, everybody? Baby Huey here, and joining me once again is my good brother from Pro Wrestling 101 on Instagram. It's Richard. How you doing?
I'm doing better than you are, pal.
Yeah, that is true. Very much true.
What's wrong?
Yeah, well, my San Francisco 49ers just lost the NFC Championship game to the Los Angeles Rams, and yeah, I'm heartbroken, man. I really thought they were going to beat them. They had the lead, lost the lead, and yeah, couldn't recover from it. So definitely a heartbreaker, and I was kind of hoping, we were going to get a repeat of Super Bowl many years ago when the Bengals faced the 49ers way back in the 80s. But nope, not going to get that. And so it's going to be the Los Angeles Rams, Cincinnati Bengals in the Super Bowl this year. So down in Los Angeles, SoFi Stadium, which will be the home of WrestleMania next year. So, yeah.
We're going, right? We're going to that one?
Well, I want to. I want to plan on it. So we could start the road to WrestleMania for next year now.
So we're going to start walking now.
Yes. That would be kind of funny. How long would it take to walk to LA? Just
a long time.
A very long time. But yeah, so I apologize in advance if my mood seems a little bit down. It's just, yeah, the game just wrapped up. 45 minutes ago. So, as we're recording tonight on a Sunday night, but yeah, here we are, wrapping up the weekend. Of course, it's the big weekend. Richard, it's your favorite pay-per-view of the year, or excuse me, premium live event on Peacock.
No, it's an IPPV.
Yeah, it's IPPV. It was the 2022 Royal Rumble live from St. Louis. It's in the books now. We watched it last night. We slept on it. Had 24 hours to process everything. And yeah, this is going to be our full review of that show. As always, let's start big and just kind of our general thoughts, and then we'll work our way through it. So yeah, Richard, your overall takeaways from it.
2 major thumbs up. I would say pyro to the WrestleMania sign. Everything, man. It was awesome. I loved it. I know that there's some hot takes here or there with I saw people had, but
yeah,
I think I've got some good explanations for some of them.
Okay, cool.
So,
well, yeah, no, I think overall I was a little underwhelmed. I thought it was a little bit lackluster with some of the outcomes and how some things played out, and we'll get into that as we go through the matches here. But
I got a question. Mm-hmm. What did you eat during the show?
Oh, did I just have? Wait, I had chicken, brown rice, and broccoli. I'm trying to eat healthy, so I'm sorry. I did not have some like pizza or some like fast food or anything like that. Yeah, I've been trying to eat healthy, so I've been slimming down. So I'm trying to keep that momentum going because I want to look good come spring and summer season. I got to look good for my public appearances and whatnot.
My God, your public appearances.
That makes you
You're
sound such like a douche.
Autograph signings.
I sound like such a douchebag saying that.
I think you should start reaching out to all 4 of our local wrestling promotions and see if they will book you for autograph signings.
Can I have a table at the next show?
Yeah, a table and a photographer.
I got some printouts of my 8x10s of
Yes.
myself.
Yes.
I got to get some photos. Actually, our buddy Stevie Lovelace, he has offered multiple times he will take photos of me.
Wow,
and Kenny,
that's different.
and Kenny's
Neither one of them will take photos that are for consumption.
Kenny, yeah, well, I should get
Kenny
Kenny.
will save it for his private collection.
Oh man, no, I would love. I mean, that's the thing. I told them a long time ago. It's like I would love to get some updated photos and headshots and whatnot.
Have you had that done?
I had a photo shoot at the Fillmore. God, I want to say like 10 years ago. It was with the whole Bone staff. So we all took like group photos, individual photos up in the poster room at the Fillmore in San Francisco. And, so I have those, and that's kind of what they still use. The only problem is that was like with my old haircut, my old hairstyle. So I don't really, it's kind of weird to use that photo still, even though I more or less look the same, knock on wood, luckily age wise, I'm doing okay. But
Age-wise, I'm doing okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I still kind of look more or less the same, but no, I definitely want some updated photos. So yeah, I want to do it when I'm more slim. But
I think you should carry them around and
just hand
them out from time to time to people.
What kind of pose should I do? Like,
I think you should do a prom pose with your hand under your chin.
See,
Yeah,
this is why we need
that's
to do. This is why we need to do video of the podcast so you can actually see us posing right now.
No.
Like, was it Michelangelo, right? Is that the?
No,
not Michael.
The Chris Masters.
No, yeah, Michelangelo is just standing with his wang hanging out.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
the Thinker. I'm thinking the Thinker. That's what it is.
Not the Stinker.
The Stinker was the Royal Rumble yesterday. All right.
Wow.
Segue right there. All right. So, let's go ahead through this. 6 matches on the card. No matches on the kickoff show, which I was kind of surprised. I mean, I did too.
I
tuned in early thinking, maybe they'll add something last minute. No announcements on social media that I saw. And I'm watching, and it's just Booker T, Jerry Lawler, all those guys and gals
Peter
talking.
Rosenberg.
Yeah. So,
I have to say, the one thing I did enjoy throughout, because I'm watching it, I'm just thinking there's got to be a match somewhere here or there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what made up for it was the amazing video package of Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley they put together. That was like the only thing I can compare that to is Brett and Shawn for WrestleMania 12.
Yeah, or maybe like something you might see in the UFC or a big fight feel. That video package was amazing. They debuted that last Monday on Raw, I believe. So good. I mean, and the build up, and we could talk more about that with that respected match, but I love that video package. It was almost like 5 minutes long, 4 or 5 minutes, I believe. And it was great. I loved it. It just got me so hyped up. And I love even on social media, they brought back like the moving graphics for Brock and Bobby Lashley. So, back in the day where it was like side by side, like this person versus this person. And it's like
weight, sizes, accomplishments. But like, I don't know, when you see a video package like that and you're seeing like Bobby's like pre-pro wrestling days, his accomplishments there and being a Marine and a champion there, and Brock being an NCAA champion, it's just like, man, this is pretty matched.
Yeah, I mean, like height, weight, they are pretty much equals. And yeah, I'm with you. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be awesome. It's finally.
I think that's the first time Brock has faced somebody that similar to him.
Yeah, I mean, I know Drew is taller.
Yeah, but Drew doesn't have the amateur. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
the skill set.
Background.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Because like Kurt Angle, skill-wise, kind of the same, probably more advanced than Brock, but like Brock's got the size on Kurt.
Yeah.
Where Bobby's like, this is just like
his twin.
His twin.
Yeah.
His brother from another mother.
Yeah, like literally staring in a mirror, and it's like his equal counterpart. So, yeah, no, I was very much excited for this matchup here. And so, but yeah, even like they had the weigh-in this past Monday on Raw, I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty goofy with Cowboy Brock Lesnar coming out to the ring. So it was good.
Love the Cowboy.
Yeah. So the first match of the main show, it was for the Universal Championship, which I was kind of surprised they're going to kick off Royal Rumble with. But I guess it kind of makes sense because they had so much other stuff later in the show, and they want to we probably get this one done first. Roman Reigns coming out to the ring first, which I was kind of surprised, but it makes sense what Seth Rollins ended up doing in the mind game. So Seth Rollins comes out with the Shield music in his old Shield gear, comes through the crowd. Roman Reigns is just pissed off, shaking his head, and we see the mind games the last couple weeks on SmackDown. Roman Reigns' big thing from SmackDown this past week was like he's still pissed that Seth Rollins broke up the Shield, all that stuff. And I don't know about you, Richard, like Seth Rollins' character work, he's very much like the Joker. Like he's
100%. Like the hand movements and everything. Yeah,
the laughter, being annoying, getting on your skin, the mind games. So I love everything about it, which it was tough because like they're both technically heels, but a couple weeks ago.
But Seth has been so over the last 2 months.
Yeah, exactly. The crowd sings his music.
Yeah.
And I think everyone was anticipating to sing his music here, 44,000+ people, but no, it comes out to the Shield music instead. You can't sing that. So, so he comes out, and I love even like, he even jumped over the barricade, did the flip like he used to do with the Shield, all the little details. It was great. The match itself was really good, except for the finish, which we'll touch on.
No. I'll explain the finish.
Okay, so
I think I can change your mind on the finish.
Okay, so what are your thoughts of the match itself?
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally.
Memorable as hell. It was really well matched, I thought. Especially because we've seen it before, but we haven't seen it where Roman's a heel now. So like it's a new match essentially. Like I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I mean the dynamics are different than last time, and this is something I kind of noticed. The story that's playing out here, Roman as a heel, and he's very much calling himself a god. He's Universal Champion, but he's also beating people that he has lost to in the past, and that's a big thing. Seth Rollins kept saying like there's 3 guarantees in life: death, taxes, and Seth freaking Rollins beating Roman Reigns. So it was, it's for Roman. I think he's trying to go back and beat guys that he had trouble beating before. So that was very cool. Like this was kind of like the underlying theme for this matchup here. But yeah, it was so good. I mean, they kind of started out slow around each other. Then Seth was getting a lot of offense in, kind of like his old school Shield offense, the frog splash, all that stuff was great. But then Roman made the comeback, and how we've talked about this, his style as of late, it's more like slower and
it's designed to piss off the crowd.
What's a methodical?
Methodical.
That's the word. Sorry.
Yeah. But you can feel the crowd getting like more and more and more like worked up about like, come on. And then once they pick up the pace, they go crazy.
But that's the thing, when he slows it down, every move he does has a strong impact. Yeah. It means something significant.
Just like how Randy does it.
Yeah, and even Seth powerbomb Roman through the table, Shield bomb. That was cool. And then eventually at one point, remember Roman was staring at those kids? Like, he was supposed to get the chair, but he was staring at the kids kind of awkwardly. I thought it was just kind of weird, like what that was going on here. But eventually he puts the guillotine submission on Seth Rollins. They're by the rope, and the little Nate is checking on Seth, and before that, I love how Seth countered the spear into a pedigree. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And then even I laughed when Roman speared Seth, and then Seth still stuck the fist out, like, fist me, bro. Like,
yeah. Well, he was laughing.
Yes. The crazy laugh.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Okay.
With the guillotine and the DQ, I love it because this was a personal feud.
Yes.
Roman didn't care if he won or not. Like, it wasn't about getting a pinfall 1, 2, 3 on the guy. He wanted to get revenge on him, and he felt as if this goes way back to the Shield, and now he's rubbing it in his face that Seth took him out to separate himself from the Shield, beats him for these titles. So it wasn't about beating Seth. It was about punishing him.
Yeah.
And he gets to keep his belt in the end. So it's the bonus. So I think once it like kind of the dust settles, it makes a lot of sense. And I think because it drives me nuts when you get a personal feud between two wrestlers, and they're just wrestling and trying to get a pin really quick. It's like, wait a minute, I thought you were mad at this person. You're just trying to beat them now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's like you finally have the match where you can lay into them and attack them, and
you're going for pins.
release all your anger to this person physically, lay it out there, and instead of just so quick getting a pin. So I get what you're saying. But it was interesting, like, he had him in the guillotine, and he's like telling little Nate, like, he won't let me let go, or I'm not going to let go. He was talking back. And finally, Nate or Charles Robinson lifts up Seth Rollins' hand, and it falls right on the rope, and he grabs it, and, he's telling him, let go. And he starts counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he still wouldn't let go. So obviously he had the DQ Roman Reigns, and so you brought up a good point. Even though Seth won on paper, Roman won the war here, or at least this
he got
battle.
His revenge.
And I like afterwards he took the chair and just hit him symbolically, role reversal when Seth turned on the Shield and hit the chair on Roman. So very good callback from years ago.
Yeah.
And Roman just laid into him with all the chair shots, and the crowd was just booing. I loved all that. So good way to get some heat, as people would say. So overall, I did enjoy the match. It was really good. I was really surprised it wasn't going to go longer. It was only barely 15 minutes. I thought it was going to do like 20. So next up was the women's Royal Rumble match here. Man,
this is a tale of two matches for me.
Okay, how so?
I thought it was sloppy and a little disconjointed until Bianca got in there. Because once Bianca got in there, then we got Rhea and Charlotte, and then some sanity was brought to the match. I was telling you before we started recording, I don't think Melina was supposed to fall out of the ring when she did. If you watch it, she lands on the apron and slips. It looks like. So I think that she was supposed to land on the apron, hit Sasha, and get back in the ring. So when the other girls came out, they didn't know what the spot was anymore because the person was gone.
Interesting.
So I think for 5 or 6 minutes it was pretty clunky.
Yeah, I'm looking here on Wikipedia. It says Melina was in there for 53 seconds only. Yeah. So I did enjoy when she did come out. She did the splits and all this stuff. But
she was very emotional.
Exactly.
She was wearing it.
That was cool. I mean, for her, it's probably a big deal. Very impactful to be back. For one night in front of that huge crowd. So the emotions run through you. So that was cool to see that. I mean, but Sasha Banks in at number 1, Sailor Moon inspired ring gear. That was. The anime fans out there.
I need to give credit to Kelly for her elimination because she had such a subtle comedic thing that I thought was great. And she gets knocked out. She's she's doing the headstand, like kind of the tarantula type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she just gets pushed out and face first on the ground flat. And she just kept lying there. And I thought that was so good of her to not get up and slap her hands. Why isn't she on the roster anymore?
I don't know. But does she live out in Vegas, I believe, or something like that? Or
she's married or marrying a hockey player.
Yeah, so I don't know if she probably has other ambitions. I mean, she's only 30?
She's 34. She's my age.
Wow.
Same 35. With Alicia Fawkes. 34, 35.
Alicia Fawkes.
Foxy.
A couple things I just noticed. So, there was they announced the majority of the entrants. There was 7 opening spots. So I think the big mystery was who are going to be these mystery fillers. And, it was a lot of former members of the roster, legends, whatnot.
There's a few backstage too.
Yeah, there's some extra ones. So I think Oksana
and the Jillian Hall.
And Caitlyn as well. And who am I missing? There is a few more, I think. I will say this, the part-time, or not part-time, the legends that they brought in, other than I think it was Michelle McCool, who lasted over 20 minutes.
Dude, she to me is the legend MVP of the Rumbles. Every time she's in there, it's she just looks like another wrestler. She doesn't look like someone that's playing catch-up.
What I was saying is the majority of these legends who came back, the majority of them had short stints in the ring. They're more just used to put over a younger person, just eliminating them. That's what I kind of noticed.
Well, I mean, a lot of them aren't wrestling anywhere else. You know, they come back to do this.
Yeah. And then I was really surprised no one from NXT 2.0 was in the match. I know. I thought maybe like Raquel or Dakota Kai or, someone who's been in NXT for a minute could maybe get some more attention for her, help promote the show.
I think it's going to be a bigger impact when they are on the main show, because I think the idea with NXT now is to get them in NXT and out of NXT as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's not a point in spoiling it and showing you our guy, because I don't think they necessarily care as much about the ratings for that show. I think they know what the ratings are consistently going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So unless those go down, they don't really need to boost it.
Yeah, it's I was also surprised Sasha Banks. I loved. Okay, so I was a little
Sasha was a surprise that she was in as short as she was.
Exactly, and I was kind of bummed. Okay, she came back on SmackDown this week. I was like, okay, if she's coming back, and because I think the rumor was her injury was going to be out to like into February or whatever. But she came back a lot sooner, so she was only out for 4 weeks. So I was glad she's back, but I was like, okay, just save the surprise for the Rumble then,
Yeah. Like Cena, like John Cena.
Yeah, like have her John Cena moment at the Royal Rumble. I love that she came out and won, because I thought, ooh, maybe she can go to distance or like be to the Final Four or something.
Well, she was probably filming something, is what I'm guessing, and probably found a break in her schedule that she could come back to her regular job.
Well, the other thing too is, I kind of wonder, maybe she wasn't in there that long because maybe she's not 100% healed, but high enough percent wise so she can make an appearance but not go like super long distance. So I'm kind of, something to keep your eye on for is like maybe for the next few episodes of SmackDown, does she actually compete? Does she just appear, or does she actually wrestle? So they maybe just want to use her on TV but not try to re-aggravate her injury. So not just wrestle, just do promos or something. But yeah, so I'll power through this real quick, and we'll go through a couple more points here. So Sasha Banks 1, Melina 2, Tamina 3, Kelly 4, Aaliyah number 5, which I love her shirt, Aaliyah 317. I laugh. I'm sorry.
I hate you.
Liv Morgan at 6, Queen Zelina at 7, which I kind of laughed. Her hair, it kind of looked like Nikki Sixx hair.
Yeah.
I love Selena Vega and, her character and everything, but, her hair, it just reminded me of Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue. It was like, oh, okay. So
I don't know what she was going for, but I understand it's probably some sort of cosplay.
Yeah. And then Bianca Belair at 8, who had the longest showing in this match, 47 minutes and 30 seconds. Dana Brooke came in. She got the save from Reggie when she fell out. Then she still got eliminated by Charlotte Flair.
Thumbs down.
Dana Brooke. Oh, no, she got eliminated by Michelle McCool. I'm sorry. Michelle McCool at 10, Sonya Deville at 11. But I laughed how she didn't get in the ring right away. She just sat down.
I like that. That was good. Good heel move.
Well, she's like,
jacket's on. I'm an official.
And then Jimmy Smith kept saying, jack it off. I just kept laughing. He kept saying, jack it off. So my morning radio my morning radio mind just kept giggling at that. Or fans of Blink-182, the album name. So anyway, Natty comes in at 12. Cameron, good to see Cameron back at number 13. Jimmy Smith and them acknowledge, Cameron used to be tag teams with Naomi.
And she is? She was? Yeah. They're friends? They're friends.
So if I beat her up, Naomi's not going to like that.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
So she's like, ooh, my opportunity to get some payback because, on SmackDown this week, Sonya and Naomi finally had their match. Naomi won. Sonya was super pissed, which I was kind of bummed that they threw that match on SmackDown. I thought that was going to lead up to WrestleMania and have her. Naomi has her big victory over the Bully at WrestleMania that moment, but they still against Cam. So I like how, Sonya came into the ring, beat up Cameron, threw her out, and then Naomi came in at 14, and they started going back and forth. And
I have a question, just off the top of your head, because I know that Cameron has wrestled for AEW. Does she wrestle in the Indies at all, or is she just kind of in and out of things?
I think she's done some indie work. I don't know.
Here and there. Not a lot, though.
I would love to see her in person wrestle. Yeah. So,
sure.
Carmella at 15, Rhea Ripley at 16. But it was cool. Naomi eliminated Sonya Deville, and then at one point, Naomi was doing one of her, crazy saves from being eliminated herself, and I like how Sonya just ripped her out of the ring. Yanked her out.
Yanked the carpet from under.
Charlotte came out 17.
Woo!
Ivory, Hall of Famer.
Yes!
Ivory comes out at 18, and she came out
to censor.
Right to censor gear. Not like, and that's the thing. It wasn't like some of her early, previous gimmicks or ring gear. She came out to the right to censor gear, which I popped for.
Oh my God. So did everyone in that building. It was like a collective. Oh. And then she got a promo coming to the ring about you little girls.
But the thing is, it's like you think about like maybe some of the younger fans, they probably don't recognize that music, the theme music, her entrance music. So
you mean that noise?
But she comes out, she's cutting a promo, which is hilarious, and then she gets in the ring with the mic still.
It's even better now that she's older, I think, because she's coming down looking like a librarian, and she's scolding all the girls in the ring, calling them little girls and the way you dress, and I need to teach you a lesson. And Rhea Ripley just picks her up with the mic in her hand still. She's still cutting the promo. Puts her on the apron.
Like,
don't you touch me again. And then she gets shoved.
Oh, my God.
It was such a good spot.
It was so good. Number 19 was Brie Bella. She comes out. Mickey. And then number 20.
Brie looked good. Brie looked good here.
Brie looked good. And she got to do the yes chant.
She didn't look sloppy or anything. So I think she got some practice in.
Yeah, well, I think her husband's pretty good. So probably gave her some lessons. She's doing some good things.
Well,
still.
I mean, her last run when she came back was pretty, plagued with errors.
On
her
part. Number 20, out comes Mickie James as the Knockouts.
Hardcore Country.
Yeah, dude, that was so cool. They used her TNA theme song.
I had goosebumps when I saw the title and was just like, oh my, that's the biggest plug TNA's ever had.
Me too. I was so happy. I loved it, and you got to see on the screen says Impact Women's Champion, or AKA the Knockouts Women's Champion for Impact Wrestling. But the pop the crowd gave her was so cool. She looked so happy. She was in there for about 12 minutes total. Pretty good showing in there. Yeah, 11:40 it says here on Wikipedia. So
wow, it felt longer than that.
Yes, but God, what?
I thought she came in. I thought she came in earlier than that, so it makes sense.
And she had the title on her waist, so the title was displayed on WWE pay-per-view, WWE television.
I think that's a pretty good make good for her. What do you say
for the trash bag incident last year? I think so. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, I mean, and knowing that the guy who put the thing in the bag got fired. So
and then I believe they called her and personally apologized. So. Yeah, so, I think WWE's done a lot to make it up to her. So, but she looked so great. I mean, it was awesome. I loved everything about it, and I was so happy for her. And you could tell she was just smiling. And then she went to attack Michelle McCool, right? Because remember their little beef?
Well, Michelle jumped her before she even got in the ring.
That's right. Oh, that's right. And
she jumped out and everyone was just like, what?
Because Michelle McCool and was it Lay Cool, they called her like the pig stuff back then. Piggy James, yeah. Number 21 was Alicia Fawkes. And,
dude, I love Alicia Fawkes.
She's all tatted out now with some sleeves. I was like, whoa, that was kind of shocking to see. Surprise.
She's another one. I don't understand why she's not there. Is it just that she's been around? Like, I don't get it.
Well, she got released, remember, a couple years ago for her drinking issues. I
That's
believe.
right.
I believe
the Arn Anderson thing.
Yeah, and so I mean, I hope she's doing better now, and allegedly. So I mean, I hope she's doing good. So number 22, Nikki ASH, who's the whole villain gimmick now for her. 23, Summer Rae Love. She just came running out and went to go attack Natty. Because, they have the feud on Total Divas. And so that storyline picked up again. So that's good.
This is why we can't do video.
Why?
So I can make fun of people.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, I get what you're saying. Number 24 was Nikki Bella. Number 25, Sarah Logan.
Yeah, that was a shocker. Also, I want to say Nikki looked great as always.
Mm-hmm.
But Sarah Logan, damn, I was surprised by that.
Yeah.
Very happy about it though, because it was cool to see Liv Morgan get some backup.
Yeah, exactly. So
maybe now she can have a tag team partner to go get belts.
Yeah, so 2/3 of Riot Squad were there. Number 26, Lita came in. It's been cool if you follow her on Instagram. She's been doing a lot of training lately. She lives here in the Bay Area, so she's been taking advantage of the ring over at Stoner University and the Hood Slam crew. So she's been training with them.
Is Lita back for an actual run or just a Rumble run?
I think it was just Rumble, I believe.
Okay.
I mean, unless something changes.
That interview with her and Michael Cole interesting, where like the fact that Michael Cole was even interviewing her in the ring, I thought was like, okay, what is this? And
a couple weeks ago on SmackDown?
And then she said she was coming back for one more run. Mm-hmm. And I was like, is this a run or a Rumble run? Like, be a little more specific. I guess we'll find out on SmackDown.
Yeah. And then she lasted over 10 minutes, so she had a pretty good showing as well. I think she was down to the final 4, right? I believe. Number 27, Mighty Molly comes out with the full ring gear. And I love Nikki ASH was just waiting. That was
so well done.
And this attacked her, jumped her, started beating her up, literally threw her in the ring and then threw her right back out.
I loved it.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Well, and you heard, like, they were super. She always gets a really good reaction at the Rumble, Molly. Yeah. I think fans appreciate her now a lot more than when she was around, which I think is really cool that she's able to still get in the ring and experience that. Mm-hmm. But like, it's just like, oh, this is so good. This is just so tremendous.
And then number 28 was Ronda Rousey. It was rumored all week that she was going to come back. She finally makes her return here. Joan Jett's bad reputation starts playing.
I called it months ago.
I know, right? We all, Richard, you were calling that out. But I like, her kind of, I guess, somewhat new gear. It says Badass on it in black and still like
look good.
Roddy Piper.
This was the milfiest Royal Rumble match ever.
That's what it was. I forgot who tweeted it out, but it was like, there was a lot of,
MILFs?
Moms, female wrestlers, who are moms competing tonight. So it was very cool to see a lot of these moms, wrestling out there. So, I part of me I was kind of like, why is she coming out 28? Wouldn't it be more exciting at number 30?
I think that's exactly why, because you would expect number 30 to be that surprise.
But then again, I guess it also makes sense because have her in a little bit earlier towards the end, so that way there's more people in the ring that she can eliminate, give her some more higher number of eliminations.
And I think that you're catering to the haters by putting her in at number 30, because if she comes in earlier than 30, then they didn't favor her to win it by putting her in at 30. You know what I mean? She had a better losing champion coming in at 28.
29 was Shotzi, which
she didn't do anything.
I know, literally. It says here 256, so yeah, she was in and out pretty quick. Number 30 was Shayna Baszler. She comes out. Cool moment for her and Ronda. They're friends. The 4 horsewomen.
Finally in the ring at the same time.
Yeah, 4 horsewomen.
Isn't that crazy?
MMA. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy that they haven't ever shared the ring?
They were smiling, so they almost were teaming up. And then when everyone was laid out, it was like they looked like they were about to go at it. Then
all the other girls got smart about it. It's like, we need to get these two separated.
And then Charlotte jumped in. And then, when it came down to, let me see, the final 4, let me see, Did I have it here? I thought I had it. Sorry. Hold on. Oh, these are just the men's. Oh, this is only men's only. Okay, sorry. So yeah, the final four was, Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair,
Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, Shayna Baszler, and Lita.
Yeah.
Right? And so I thought that was kind of cool. I thought it was a good setup right there. Before we get to the finish, I was surprised that like Alexa Bliss wasn't in it, even though we've been seeing like the little vignettes of therapy on Raw. Yeah. No Asuka, so I'm guessing No Bayley. I'm assuming she's still recovering from her injury. I think the original timetable is still like March. So
for which one?
For Bayley.
Okay.
Asuka, I think, has a shoulder injury. I think that's what Mike Johnson was reporting that she's still dealing with.
Yeah.
So yeah, as I said, so not a lot of like returns of current people like a Bayley, Asuka, Alexa Bliss.
I'm fine with that. I thought the legends stood out more than the roster did.
Yeah,
to be quite frank.
No, I'm just looking, seeing. Yeah, I mean, some of them were very entertaining. Some of them were just quick eliminations as well. The more I kind of think about this, it was pretty fun. This Women's Royal Rumble match
started out slow.
Yeah,
because of whatever happened at the beginning. But
I enjoyed Brie Bella eliminating Nikki Bella, and that was pretty fun.
I did too.
But it was a callback because wasn't it a few years ago when
first Rumble when Asuka won?
Asuka won, yeah.
Yep, that happened.
Nikki eliminated Brie, so a little payback. Hey, twin sisters can, it's every woman for themselves out there.
So our Rumble winners women's Rumble winners have been Asuka, Charlotte, Ronda, Bianca, and Becky. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Pretty good class right there. And
that's a Hall of Fame class right there.
Absolutely. Yeah. What'd you think of the finish, though? Like when
I loved it. I thought the move itself was great.
When it came down to Shayna and Charlotte, I'm not Shayna, I'm scared. Ronda and Charlotte, the last two, they were kind of circling each other, and then Charlotte just went for the kick. Ronda caught it and just threw her over.
Loved it. That's a legitimate UFC type of deal right there.
Okay, because I was kind of hoping a little more suspense, a little drama, like like really fighting.
You remember watching Ronda Rousey in a UFC fight though?
It's quick.
Wasn't? Yep. But I will say this. I want to make sure I point this out. I loved how Ronda would eliminate people that were holding onto the ropes, and she would just start bending their joints.
Oh,
did you notice that?
Okay, I gotta go back and look at that again.
She got 2 or 3 women out that way, and she's just doing that to them, and then they're releasing the rope because their arm is like, like when you're sitting in a weird position, your leg locks up. That's what she's doing to their arms.
Oh,
so it's like you got to let go, and then you're out.
Oh my God, that's hurt painful just thinking about that. So, Ronda Rousey wins
awesome.
The Royal Rumble. I know a lot of people at first when the rumor was she was coming back were like, "Oh, she's gonna win," and
she got a big pop last night.
Who do you think she should face? Because there's rumors. You think she'd be Becky?
I think Becky, especially because Becky's been running her mouth that she's been undefeated in singles matches since she won the belt.
It's gonna be interesting to see what they go with here. So rumors are it could be Charlotte, but Ronda has stories with either one of them. Because you think about the triple threat from a few years ago.
She does, but Becky's been running her mouth lately about how she's not been defeated, and. She's kind of a heel. She's kind of not, like Seth, because the fans like her so much.
Yeah.
But I think, and that's the match that everyone wanted a few years ago.
It's going to be
wanted that one-on-one.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And for box office appeal, I feel like Becky is a bigger box office star than Charlotte, even though Charlotte is the best women's wrestler of our time.
Yeah. It's interesting because I feel like they can go with one this year and then the other the following year.
Yes.
Really, they take their time.
There you go. And as long as they're healthy.
Well, and here's the thing. So Becky, you brought up reasons right there. With Charlotte as well because of triple threat, but also remember they had their Survivor Series match a few years ago and Charlotte just laid the kendo stick and went crazy on Ronda. Yep. So she has beef with
that Survivor Series,
either one of them. And if Ronda goes to Fox, to challenge Charlotte on SmackDown, then Fox will be happy because, they got the UFC connection there. And I think they really want Ronda.
Ratings are going to go up the next couple of weeks.
Totally. I mean, like Fox wants Ronda so bad, and she's never been on SmackDown. Really, it's always been Raw. Previously. Right. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm a fan either way. But if Charlotte does get Ronda, who do you think should challenge Becky then for WrestleMania? I still hope for Bianca.
I agree.
Number 2, be Bayley, because that's kind of a fresh matchup. We haven't really seen too much over the last few years.
Or Rhea, since she's kind of been on hold lately.
Yeah, exactly. So, number 1 is Bianca to get her revenge for the SummerSlam match and stuff, with the title there. So, yeah, it's still exciting to see, where all this plays out over the coming weeks. And as of right now, there's only one pay-per-view in between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. Got Elimination Chamber in February, which is in 3 weeks from now. So, I hope they don't add another pay-per-view. Take your time and tell some good stories on Raw or SmackDown, and any matches that you would have had for the pay-per-view, like a Fastlane, just do it for Raw or SmackDown main events, and that really kind of just adds more to the
hype it for a couple weeks, maybe cable
television.
It's not next week we're going to have this main event. Maybe 2 weeks from now we're going to have, like how the NWA does it, because they tape it. So it's just kind of like in 2 weeks we're going to have Sasha Banks against Bianca Belair.
Yeah. Okay, next up was Becky Lynch defending the Raw Women's Championship against Doudrop, which it was a good match, but
it was a really good match.
Unfortunately, the crowd was just not interested or paying attention. There was a big distraction. I noticed it. I was watching. I just noticed all the fans behind them were looking off to the side and pointing. And then come to find out, if you look on Twitter, and there's a lot of photos circulating, apparently the WrestleMania sign caught on fire. So after Ronda won, everyone's got a point when they win.
Yeah, it's important.
The pyro went off, and then apparently caught on fire, and like fire was dripping down. So they cleared the whole section on that floor. And so it just created unfortunate distraction. So a lot of people weren't paying attention to the match. And the match was good, but like I said, the crowd was not really into it. Just the vibe I got from watching it. Anything you noticed from the match?
I thought that they elevated Doudrop a lot.
Yeah,
I think she's a player now in that title picture.
Yeah, and I love how it took Becky to do her slam from the ropes.
I've got to believe that Vince sees that she's a big girl, but she's safe. You compare her work to Nia Jax's work.
She's kind of taking that Nia Jax spot.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, I'm not of the internet belief where I get upset with Nia Jax. Like, I'm you and I are from that era where it's like, so what? She hurt the person. It happens. So it's like, I'm not so sensitive to someone getting hurt. It's like, okay, if she hits you hard, you hit her back. Charlotte Flair.
A receipt,
A receipt, yeah. But, like, everyone's so sensitive to people's feelings now. But, like, with Doudrop, like, you see she does a senton to Becky, and she's a big girl. Becky is not. And Becky still gets up and continues to do moves and has a match with her. Like, it's not something that destroyed her or anything. So,
yeah, I mean, I like seeing Becky, since this is, one of the tougher opponents. I like how she had to take the manhandle slam from the middle rope to land it and really, lay down hard on her and get the victory that way, the pinfall.
I like that you could see Becky being frustrated with not knowing how to approach someone of her size.
Yeah, exactly. The strategy there. By the way, Becky's outfit was awesome. The all gold outfit, that was good. So, I just hope moving forward, though,
Milf Island.
I mean, I hope Doudrop stays in the
title scene,
upper mid card scene for Raw at least. She's such a great wrestler. I mean, obviously, as Piper Niven's in NXT UK. So she's a great wrestler, and
she got a good one-on-one match out of Zelina Vega. So there's that.
Yeah. So I hope Doudrop, this match, proves that she deserves to be in the upper tier of the women's division. So I'm very happy for her. So yeah, Becky wins, and so we'll see how that plays out now with her next opponent for WrestleMania. Next up was the match we all been looking forward to: Brock Lesnar defending the WWE Championship with Bobby Lashley. Man, the match itself. I thought it was going to be just a lot of power moves and like finishers and them kicking out one another. I
was hoping for a lot of grappling.
Yeah, just
like chain wrestling, and I felt like this. If this is, I hope this is not the last of it, because I felt like this was definitely. I don't want to. Okay, without it being bad, I didn't think it was bad, but in comparison, if you compared Brock and Goldberg's 3 matches, this is like the first the WrestleMania 20 match. Like they definitely were feeling each other out. Yeah. And to me, like there's definitely something there. And I hope that they continue to figure out what the hell is there. Because I felt all it took was one of them to get the upper hand for a second to control the match. And Brock got the upper hand, but I feel like had Bobby got the upper hand, he could have just dominated on Brock.
I enjoyed how like Bobby did the German suplex on Brock, and then Brock came back with some suplexes himself, tried to do some F5s, and then Bobby got the hurt lock in. So, going back and forth. I just think, unfortunately, with the finish, that's going to be the main focus here of what happened, and what I'm referring to is Paul Heyman's turn. With that being said, yes, I do hope, Bobby and Brock get more matches against each other. This is not a one and done thing. Let's talk about the finish here. So,
that son of a bitch.
So Roman Reigns comes in, Superman punches Brock Lesnar, knocks him down. They're both down.
Didn't he spear him?
Yeah. Spear?
Yeah, it was.
Sorry,
that's Brock's weakness because of his diverticulitis.
So, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, Roman Reigns appeared and speared Lesnar. So then we saw Roman Reigns staring down at Paul Heyman, and all of a sudden Paul Heyman hands him the WWE title belt, and we're all like, "What's going on here?" And then Roman Reigns hit Brock Lesnar with the title in the face, confirming Paul Heyman turning on Brock Lesnar for the second time. First time was Madison Square Garden when he aligned himself with the Big Show. Yeah. Was that Survivor Series?
Yeah, that's Scott Steiner's debut.
Oh, that's right. And then Roman Reigns walks out and Paul Heyman follows him. They're back together. MVP's like yelling at Lashley, pin him. So, Bobby Lashley crawled on the Brock Lesnar, got the 3 count. Wins the WWE Championship for a second time. Congrats to him. MVP handed the title to Bobby. They celebrate in the ring, and I mean, I'm happy for Bobby Lashley. He's champion again. He looks great as WWE champion with the title, and because his first title win last March, it was in the Thunderdome, so not in front of a crowd. So I'm glad he was able to get a WWE title win in front of a large audience
against someone that is why he came back to WWE. Is that he wanted to face Brock Lesnar.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like he got to beat Brock for the belt.
Yeah. And that's
pretty cool.
On a side note, I want Drew McIntyre at some point to win the WWE Championship in front of a large crowd as well. He deserves it because he was champion during
I thought he was going to win the men's Rumble.
Yeah, I kind of was thinking that too.
Wouldn't that be terrible? If he won the men's Rumble and the pandemic got worse again.
And then his match again is going to be from no one or the Thunderdome. No, but like I said, you and I, we love Drew McIntyre. He was champion during arguably
part of the show, Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, the darkest part in pro wrestling history as far as no fans in attendance during the early stages of the pandemic.
I thought you were saying the darkest part of the pandemic was Drew McIntyre on the In The Kliq podcast so often.
No, we love Drew McIntyre. He is, as I've said in the past, he's been on the podcast more in a year and a half than Jimbo has.
Yeah. He's been on more times in a year and a half than I have been in the last 3 months.
No, so we love Drew McIntyre. He's a friend of the show. Did I tell you? I DM'd him on Christmas, said Merry Christmas, and he wrote back to me, said Merry Christmas. So,
wow.
Confirming we're besties, man. We're bros.
I feel like the statute of limitations of this story has somewhat run out, and it's now an outdated story.
I'm just gonna.
Let's move on.
I'll send him a message on. I should send him a message. Say, hey man, glad to see you back at Royal Rumble last night. I should do that. That's what you're saying. I'll send him
that's abusing someone's phone number.
I'll send him a Valentine's Day message. I'll send him.
Hey man, happy Monday. Maybe just send him a message because it's Monday.
It's Monday.
Thinking of you. Happy Monday.
Like a wink face emoji.
Yeah.
So
maybe an eggplant emoji.
He'd be like, what the hell? And then next time he sees me, he just runs. Or he claims more at me next time he sees me. No, but like I said, I think Drew, as we said before, he was an amazing champion during the darkest period where no fans were in attendance, and he deserves a title reign in front of an audience. So that's what I want to see at some point. But so yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So we'll talk more about Brock Lesnar in a little bit, but we already know what's gonna happen now.
Do you think Drew is gonna face Lashley? Perhaps that's
the question now.
Because here's the thing. On Friday, Big E got moved over to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Who did Raw get to replace Big E?
I don't know. I don't know if it was an actual trade or just a one-off, one-sided thing. You'd be curious to who Bobby Lashley faces at WrestleMania now for the WWE Championship. I can see them probably do like a multi-man thing, like 4 guys or triple threat or something. Try to get as many people on the card. Mm-hmm. So I could see could it be Big E again? Or no, sorry, he's on SmackDown as you just said. I don't know. I mean, maybe Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens. There are some players there that they can work around with. So that's going to be interesting to see how that goes. Next up, it was the mixed tag team match. The Miz
of the show for me.
Miz and Maurice taking on, they're the It couple, taking on the Grit couple of Edge and Beth Phoenix. Richard, take it away. Why was it your match of the night?
On Maurice's outfit. All night. Woo!
Oh my God.
No, I thought psychology-wise, great. I felt like legitimately, aside from Maurice looking smoking hot, she had the best psychology in the match.
Mm-hmm.
Edge is getting thrown against the ropes towards that corner, and Maurice grabs his hair. And it's just like that kind of little stuff I appreciate a lot because it's smart. And she pulled out the Hurricane Rana, which I don't think anyone was expecting.
On Edge,
Beth Phoenix was awesome in this. Edge and Miz were. It was kind of like when you go see a band and they've got a really active lead singer, so you're kind of looking at the lead singer and then you're kind of scoping out the band, and you know what I mean. It was a lot to look at. Like whenever it felt like Miz and Edge were in, because it didn't feel like on paper, it didn't look like a fair fight because Maurice, the last couple times we've seen her in a ring, is kind of that screamy runaway type of heel. And here she was like wrestler Maurice. Like she was a lot more confident in the ring with Beth Phoenix because they have a lot of history.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was cool. I think when you've wrestled someone that much, it's kind of like putting on an old pair of shoes. It's Moolah and Mae Young.
Yeah, well, and also the thing for me, what was cool was, I like how
Maurice's outfit.
No, Miz was like, the psychology with Edge and have Maurice come in and stuff, and the back and forth there, avoiding Beth Phoenix and stuff. I like how Edge and Beth Phoenix, they did similar moves together at the same time. They both did the
Glam Slam
together. I thought that was a really cool spot. Yeah, as you said, Maurice doing her Karana. Well, it was fun.
How about when Beth Phoenix got Miz up on her shoulders? And it didn't look like her legs were too wobbly. Like she was like, oh, I could get another 20, 30 pounds on here.
Well, it was also, but we also, right before the finish, we saw, Maurice give Beth Phoenix the DDT, and then Edge got a skull crushing finale from the Miz.
French kiss. It's the French kiss.
Oh, French kiss. Sorry. There you go. And then Miz and Maurice tried teaming up to do, but Beth Phoenix gave Maurice the spear before Edge and Phoenix speared Miz. So it was just cool them all working together and stuff. But it was interesting. Maurice was it the brick in the purse or whatever and hit Beth. And Beth, like, I guess she's a superwoman. She just
look at her. She is. She's got bigger arms than Adam Cole. She's a superwoman.
Exactly. Oh my God. So yeah, Edge and Beth Phoenix win. They celebrated. They saw their daughters were ringside. So that was a cool moment that they went down and hugged them. So I think this match, listen, we know Edge, he's getting a second chance at life as far as wrestling goes, a second opportunity. He's trying to wrestle people he hasn't wrestled before, all these great fantasy matchups. This match here, I know on paper, a lot of people were kind of rolling their eyes when him and Miz had their match at day one. But I think the point being is probably one of the things he wants to accomplish on this last round or go round for him is probably have a match with his wife. That's probably something they both really want to experience together, and he has a second chance to do that. So I think this match probably meant a lot to them, that husband and wife were able to work together and
in front of their kids,
who were probably not even born or were too young when they retired before. So I'm sure for them it was a good family moment that they'll always remember. So good, heartwarming.
The violence. Nothing brings families together like violence.
Exactly. So last but not least, the main event, it was the men's Royal Rumble match. As I kind of mentioned earlier, it felt just a little lackluster for me, a little boring. Just
there wasn't enough surprises for you.
Yeah, but even I thought a lot of people in this match didn't deserve it. I mean, a lot was mid-carders or tag teams, and it was just it
was odd that there was tag team people in there, but I thought the action itself, everyone was working well. I'm with you where it's I'm kind of waiting for an actual surprise. I was waiting for Johnny Knoxville, but I was waiting for a surprise. And we didn't really get that till the end. And I was kind of surprised by that because of how many surprises were in the women's. Mm-hmm. And they announced it beforehand. So it was just kind of okay, well, they didn't really announce anything for the men. So,
for me, there's another one. I thought there was going to be some NXT people there or
I thought we were going to get the Steiner kid, but
Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Apparently he was there backstage. So, I mean, in Royal Rumble, they always have extra people back there just in case something comes up, especially now with COVID going on. They probably have bodies just on hand just in case. I was kind of hoping Walter or excuse me, Gunther was going to be there. I haven't, real quick, your thoughts on Gunther. We haven't a chance to talk about it on the podcast.
Is Walter that much better of a name? That's what my thought is.
Wow.
Yeah. It's the person that makes the name. It's not the name that makes the person.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
To me, it was funny watching the internet lose their minds. Guys, it's not a big deal. How many people do you know named Walter?
I know a couple.
You know a couple? Well, screw you, Danny. I quit.
Okay. I'll find another Walter.
I don't know.
Actually, I work with Walter. I work with the Walter. I went to school with the Walter.
Oh, that's right. You're in broadcast. You work with Walter Cronkite, right? Anyway.
Oh my God.
What? Dating myself?
I was going to say, you're going to watch him on the news in Colombo after.
Oh, that's good. That's good television, brother. Maybe some Johnny Carson after that.
Dun, 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 dun,
yeah.
Dun.
They're going to have Johnny Weaver on later.
Ed McMahon, you are correct, sir.
Yeah. Burt Bacharach is the band for the night.
You're going to watch, what's the game? Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares.
Hey, what's that guy's name?
God.
Sorry.
You lost your mind.
Yeah. I'm still upset. So yeah, no NXT people. I was kind of surprised. Not a lot of surprises of outsiders coming back in.
I liked Almost in the match, and I liked them ganging up on him. I kind of called it early that when AJ came out first, that AJ was going to be the Iron Man of the match. I'm just they're not putting him out there for nothing. He's the glue that's keeping these younger guys together and on track.
Yeah. So that was the thing is with AJ Styles coming in number one. I guess for me, what was kind of frustrating is, as far as the buildup goes for this Royal Rumble, on Raw and SmackDown. Raw, we had Dominic teasing Ray that he was going to eliminate his dad. they never were in the match together at the same time. Street Profits were teasing they're going to throw each other out. We didn't get any of that tension or drama in this match. You know what I mean? So like they were trying to do their
build it.
Huh?
You have to build it.
Yeah, that's the thing. They did these stories on Raw or SmackDown, but they never really addressed them. The only thing they addressed was Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville. That was the only one.
You're damn right they did.
So let's go ahead and just power through this real quick. So yeah, AJ Styles in at number 1, which I love because when I saw him come out, and I love he did the Shawn Michaels pose.
Yeah.
I was anticipating, okay, he's going to do the Iron Man of this match and last to like the final 4 or maybe final 2. That would have been awesome. But no, he only was in there until about halfway through, 29 minutes total.
He's still the Iron Man of it.
Yeah, and then Shinsuke Nakamura out at number 2, so we got to see them face off against each other. Rematch of WrestleMania a few years ago.
I feel like I looked down for like 2 seconds and Shinsuke wasn't there anymore.
He was in there.
Who eliminated him?
AJ Styles eliminated him.
That bastard.
So it was cool. Like, it was a rematch of their WrestleMania match a few years ago. WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans, but also Wrestle Kingdom 10. So I think a lot of people were just like, oh, that's so cool. And I love how was a Pat McAfee reference. Yeah, they wrestle each other across different continents, so acknowledging their time in New Japan.
You know what's crazy? In June, I will have watched AJ Styles for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like
WCW?
No. I don't remember him in WCW, even though I'm aware that he was there. But TNA, 2002.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I got the weekly pay-per-views.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember those. Before I forget, it was cool when Robert Roode came in and him and AJ were staring at each other.
I've been waiting a long time for this.
And then the TNA chants were going on. Yeah.
But it's just like, like AJ had the same response I did, and it's just like, we've wrestled before.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Go watch Bound for Glory or whatever on the Impact
Bound
Plus.
for Glory 2010.
Yeah, Impact Plus.
I'm just making that up, fans.
I know, me too. No, but weren't they in Fortune together?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See,
with Flair. Kazarian.
So number 3 was Austin Theory. I was like, oh, okay, because the number 3 is a special number for the Royal Rumble as well. So Austin Theory was rumored to have a strong showing and like potentially Final 4. He lasted 22 minutes.
I have to say, I saw more rumors for this event than I think in previous years.
Yeah.
And it was just all that, like, this guy's expected to win. This guy's going to come in. This guy's going to come in. It's just like, oh my God, like, stop. Like, there was people that went as far to make who's coming out when sheets. And they made like a WWE insignia behind it, like as a background to the piece of paper. And it's like, I've seen actual production sheets for WWE and they don't look like that.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Number 4, Robert Roode. And he only lasted 54 seconds. Yeah, as we said, he had to stare down with AJ Styles. Then he was out.
Big Bob.
He needs to go. I was so bummed, man. When he come out solo, he needs to come out to Glorious again. Glorious.
I hate that song.
Wow, come on, it's great.
No, not that song. I love that. That's my ringtone.
Glorious.
Yeah, it's been my ringtone.
Okay.
I hate the Robert Roode Ziggler song.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, that is so corny. It's like the darkness. Right?
I believe in a thing called love.
Yep.
Let's see, number 5, Ridge Holland.
He doesn't do it for me.
The crowd was dead for him. They're like,
he has no personality.
Exactly.
Sheamus's lapdog.
Number 6, Montez Ford.
Montez had a good showing, I thought.
Yeah, he did the frog splash on Johnny Knoxville, which we'll get into in a second. Number 7 was Damian Priest. Number 8, Sami Zayn. Number 9, Johnny Knoxville with...
Yes!
I love his outfit. Didn't it remind you of Andy Kaufman with the long johns?
100%. Yeah. 100%.
Yes.
But he comes in there looking so confident that he's going to win. He didn't back down to anybody, which I love.
Dude, him and AJ Styles, and like he laid into him, and then AJ started laying back into him.
Oh my God. I don't think someone has taken a haluva kick head on like that before. Like,
I wonder
there's
if the
always some sort of magic where they're not actually hurt, but Knoxville took that so hard.
I wonder if the wrestlers are like, all right, this guy, he's coming into our world. Let's lay into him a little bit.
He's also a crash pad dummy. So he's going to take, like, if there's a video on Instagram, I think it's on YouTube too, of Chris Pontius and Steve-O telling Umaga, lay it in. And Umaga, like, he does. So, like, it's always ugly when someone does that, but, like, they asked for it.
So he lasted a minute and 26. So, yeah, they all laid into him. Montez did the frog splash, and then Sami Zayn kicked him out of the ring. So he was eliminated. So he had his showing, did his job promoting Jackass Forever.
Yeah. You going to see it?
Jackass Forever, next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course I'm going to see it. Yeah.
I'm going to see it.
Yeah, I love Jackass. Number 10 was... Huh?
Nothing.
Number 10 was Angelo Dawkins. Number 11, Omos. Number 12, Ricochet. Number 13, Chad Gable. 14, Dominic Mysterio. 15, Happy Corbin. Number 16 was Dolph Ziggler. 17, Sheamus. 18, Rick Boogs. I don't know. What do you think of the short hair on Rick Boogs? That's been...
Well, they called out what it was. I feel bad for the people in the arena who are probably wondering, why does he look like this? But, like, McAfee laid it out that, like, he's doing Freddie Mercury.
Yeah,
so exactly. I thought it was hilarious.
Exactly.
God, that guy is strong.
Yeah, dude. One day when
he's got one guy in his bicep, holding onto his bicep, and he's doing the press with his leg, and it's just like, oh my God, this guy is so ridiculous.
Was it Chad Gable he did that too? I'm trying to remember.
I think so, yeah.
But I'm just saying, one day when Rick Boogs goes his separate ways from Shinsuke, hopefully gets like a little bit of repackaged, better ring gear. He could be a fun character to really watch on television every week. So
I concur with that.
19 was Madcap Moss, and I'm so pissed off he eliminated AJ Styles. Like, come on, man. Like, why? Why
Good
give
heat.
that? Why
Good
give
heat.
that spot to Madcap? Couldn't you give that to someone else? Like, AJ should have lasted a lot longer. Number 20 was Riddle. Number 21 was Drew McIntyre making his big return.
Riddle was pretty damn entertaining in there. He was getting beat up by everybody.
It was cool seeing Drew McIntyre back. You know, I think the reports are he had a neck injury and they weren't sure if he was going to need surgery and how long he'd be out for. But it looks like, as they reported on SmackDown, reported on the pay-per-view, he was not going to need neck surgery, so he won't be out as long. And it was cool. He was only out for what? Last time we saw him was day 1, so just 4 weeks. So he's back.
Superman.
Yeah, no, I'm happy. Very happy for him. 22, Kevin Owens. 23, Rey Mysterio. 24, Kofi Kingston with the biggest botch of the night.
I mean, look, had he made it, like, he's still like, oh God, I wanted to puke. It was just
Why is that? Why?
Because the way he landed on the barricades was right across his stomach. I was just like,
Well, here's the thing. For years, that was Kofi's job at the Royal Rumble, was doing this crazy save and not avoiding elimination. And he did it for a lot of years in a row, and he lucked out with never screwing up or you know, accidentally eliminating himself. But they've been doing it for so long. It's like at the point I was like, he really was pushing his luck, and his luck ran out last night, and it didn't work out. The camera perfectly caught it.
I major kudos to WWE for replaying it, that they could show you, like, hey, he didn't make it.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, that's the thing. They showed the replay. The camera caught it live, and then they showed the replay, and then you could tell the ref, I'm sure Vince, whoever's yelling in the ear, like, he's eliminated. Out. Get him out. You can't. I mean, if the camera didn't catch it, they probably could have snuck away with that, let it go, and let him go back in. But yeah, like I said, it was cute and all for so many years in a row, but it's like, yeah, you're pushing your luck, and it's like, you know, one too many times, finally caught up with him. So, oh well. And I'm sure it probably screwed things up because Big E came out, or next 25 was Otis, 26 was Big E, and I'm sure Big E and Kofi probably had some planned stuff together as the New Day, because as you mentioned, he's came back to SmackDown. I guess he's officially part of the SmackDown roster again, referring to Big E. And it looks like him and Kofi are tagging again as the New Day. Xavier, I think, still out with a calf injury. So
he's a king.
And let me ask you this. Like, I feel kind of bad for Big E because, he was WWE champion, but now it looks like put him over to SmackDown. He's tagging with Kofi. Are they putting his singles push on hold now? Like, I'm kind of worried for him.
I think so.
I'm kind of bummed. And even when he got eliminated in the Royal Rumble, it was just kind of like, oh, there it goes. Bye. The former WWE champion just got eliminated. Oh, well. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal. 27, Bad Bunny, which...
Bad Bunny.
All right. I mean,
dude's over. I mean, I don't get him. I don't understand
he
why.
has a sold-out tour. He's popular. He sells merch for WWE.
I as someone that's been in the music business, I don't understand the popularity there. Like, that's what I'm saying. But, like, hey, if he's that popular, like, all day, you know what I mean? But, and look, he does more than you expect out of a celebrity.
Yes, that's true.
So, like, and the same thing with Knoxville. Like, it's just kind of like, this is a perfect example of being cool with a celebrity coming in and doing something. Mm-hmm. Because, like, they're not just there hitting the wrestler and then nothing happens to them. Mm-hmm. Like Wolverine. What's his name?
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. Yeah. Came in and punched Ziggler, right? Or was it Zack Ryder? I don't remember.
I think it's Zack. Or is it?
He was wearing the Zack Ryder headband and he hit Ziggler.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Like that kind of, it's like whatever.
Yeah. Zack Ryder with Hugh Jackman versus Dolph Ziggler with with Vicky Guerrero. That's right. Oh, Hugh Jackman has the Zack Ryder headband. That's right. Yeah. Bad Bunny. I mean, I guess he was in there towards the end, like, versus all these other competitors who are on the main roster. So, number 20.
He eliminated 2 people, right?
He got 2 eliminations. So, let's see. He eliminated Sheamus. That's right. And he also eliminated, who am I missing? Sheamus. Oh, Rey Mysterio and Bad Bunny teamed up to take out Dolph Ziggler. So, Bad Bunny tripped off and it pointed to Rey, and then Rey did the 619 and stuff. So, yeah, him and Rey teamed up. Number 28, here comes the money. Shane McMahon.
I was so happy. For that.
That's the thing. Like, the crowd loves Shane still.
Everyone does.
So
Shane's great.
He came in, started sweating right away, but he started laying these punches. I guess what was
did you see the internet scuttlebutt around this?
What's that?
People there's like reports that the roster is pissed off at Shane McMahon because he booked the Rumble around him. It's like, built the Rumble around him. Like, he was in there for 4, 5, 6 minutes.
It was 5:38. It says here.
There you go.
My one thing, and before I forget, I was kind of surprised.
What are you drinking?
Bubbly.
Bubbly. Oh, I thought we were drinking the same thing.
Oh no! Yeah,
this is medicine.
Dr. Pepper. Yeah.
Yeah. It's doctor certified since 1885.
Well, bubbly, it's sparkling water with the flavor. So, I'm trying not to drink soda as much anymore. So I'm trying to drink alternative stuff for my slimming down process for my future photo shoot.
You're so alternative.
But no, I was going to say no Finn Balor, no Cesaro. That was kind of shocking. Like,
I didn't even think about it till today.
Yeah, well, true. But I mean, just like, I was trying to think of what other star power they could have had in this match. It would have been cool.
Here's the thing, though. Like, I don't know if it really needed star power because, like, the show, like, the matches alone, there's a lot of star power with just the regular 1-on-1, 2-on-2 matches. Mm-hmm. And the Women's Rumble brought in a ton of star power. So,
to me, it would have been kind of cool if AJ 1, Shinsuke 2, have Finn Balor at 3, so you get like the whole New Japan Bullet Club mix.
Oh, I like that.
That would have been kind of cool. I don't know. Yeah,
I'm with you on there.
Yeah, that would have been kind of interesting. Finn and AJ teaming up against Shinsuke or something. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool. Number 29, Randy Orton got the huge hometown crowd pop from St. Louis. So
the longest pop. My God.
Good for him. He's earned it. Number 30, no surprise, Brock Lesnar, especially after losing earlier in the night due to Paul Heyman turning on him and Roman Reigns interference. So, yeah, what better way to get revenge is insert himself into the Royal Rumble, win it, and therefore we know he's going to call out Roman Reigns, and they're going to have a WrestleMania match. So, Brock Lesnar came in, was in there about 2 minutes and 32 seconds, eliminated 5 people. But yeah, once he was in there, he just went on a tear, just eliminating everyone. Like, he picked up Riddle and just bloop, threw him down.
Oh, my God.
Like, remember Riddle said a while back, like, he wanted to retire Brock Lesnar. And Brock Lesnar just picked him like a kid. He picked him up like a kid and just threw him out.
Well, when he's... Go back and watch that. Because when he gets eliminated, you can hear him go, oh! I don't think Riddle, including Almost... I don't think Riddle's ever been in there with someone that can pick someone up like they're a child, the way Brock Lesnar can pick people up.
Yeah, so it was, it was interesting just to, see Brock just tear it up in there.
My only complaint is I hate the number 30 spot becoming the winner, whether it's Undertaker or Brock or Triple H. I hate that spot as the win.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good heel move, but if Brock's a babyface, you should have put him in at 20.
Yeah, I'm just seeing, like, the final 4 was...
Bad Bunny, Brock, Shane,
and Drew McIntyre.
Okay, Drew and Brock were the final 2.
Yeah, so it was Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, Shane McMahon, and Matt Riddle. That's the final 4. Bad Bunny was 5th.
You remember when Brock faced Randy and he busted Randy open real good?
SummerSlam, yeah.
That's right. Didn't they tease a Shane-Brock match then? Didn't Shane come out to try to break it up and he just beat up on Shane after?
I think so. Or was it the next night on Raw? I'm trying to remember.
No, he definitely came out and broke up something with Brock. I just don't remember if it was Randy or John Cena or someone.
Even Randy Orton, the hometown guy, he only was in there for 2 minutes and 21 seconds, so he didn't have that much time in it. He didn't really do much in there.
Yeah.
Here's
the thing, though. When someone gets in and out of a Rumble match, they're getting paid the exact same amount of money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. At the end of the day.
You could be in there for 20 minutes. 30 seconds and you're getting paid the same.
Easy payday. Yeah.
Exactly. And you get the big hometown pop. Everyone goes home happy.
So, yeah, Lesnar eliminated Bad Bunny. Then Lesnar eliminated Riddle. Lesnar then eliminated Shane McMahon, which is funny. He tried clotheslining him. Shane did not, immediately jump over.
Oh, yeah.
So he had to do it again and slug him and knock him over.
It looked like Brock hit him so hard, it knocked the wind out of his chest as Shane just goes, oh!
The sweat flying.
Yeah.
Down to the final 2, Drew McIntyre, Brock Lesnar. Good callback to 2 years ago.
Yep.
When Drew eliminated Brock Lesnar and Drew ultimately won the Royal Rumble and then eventually beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. So good callback here. Wasn't a super long, match with, I like Royal Rumbles when they have a match within a match when it gets down to the final 2, whatever. So you get some time between the 2 of them. Not a lot of suspense. Brock Lesnar eliminated Drew McIntyre pretty easily. And so,
I got a question for you.
Brock Lesnar won the Royal Rumble this year.
So TNA used to do Rumble-style matches where when it became the final 2, it became a one-on-one match.
Oh, okay.
What do you think of that concept? Are you just I like it either way, but I think that's an interesting wrinkle in the match.
So once again on the final 2, it's all right, then the ref jumps in and it turns into just a regular match. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure for them, they're okay, we're going to stick with Pat Patterson's original layout. But it's for an alternative company to do. Yeah, I think that's cool. That's fine. But yeah, so Brock eliminated Drew pretty easily. I was trying to remember. Let me look real quick. Was there anything special how he eliminated him? Final 2 were Lesnar and McIntyre. Quick exchange that led to Lesnar tossing Drew McIntyre out of the ring with an F5. That's right. So, Yeah, I think we see it coming here. You know, Brock Lesnar pissed off for losing the title thanks to Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns. He's gonna.
Well, now that Brock's on Raw, now he's got his entryway to go back to SmackDown already.
Well, yeah, he floats wherever he goes, wherever he wants. So yeah, he's
Brock Lesnar.
He's gonna call his shot and call out Roman Reigns, challenge him for WrestleMania. So we see that coming. So yeah, so now they got Elimination Chamber. Now I'm curious if Elimination Chamber is going to be, as we've talked about in the past, it's always like a second chance to find another number one contender for the other title.
Or potentially a champion.
True, as well. So yeah, Royal Rumble, the winner picks their champion that they want to challenge WrestleMania, and then who the other champion that wasn't selected, then a lot of times the number one contender comes out of the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view as their challenger. Or, sometimes champions crowned there. Sometimes they've had, tag teams in there as well. So it'd be interesting to see which Elimination Chamber matches they have for Saudi Arabia next month. So overall, like I said, it was, I'm happy that Brock Lesnar won. He's going to get his another opportunity with Roman Reigns, his final match against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. But yeah, they got a lot of time now, 2 months. A little over 2 months to the road to WrestleMania. So hopefully they got plenty of good stories to tell and, keep us going. I'm looking forward to it. I love this time of the year, It's probably the best time of the year to be a wrestling fan, these next 2 months, 2.5 months. So good stuff. On that note, let's start wrapping things up. Richard, where can the Kliqsters find you online?
You can find me at at Pro Wrestling 101 on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And please send all of your hate mail over to at Baby Huey 82 83. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Not that
old. Yeah, that's it.
And I'm Baby Huey. Follow me on Facebook at Baby Huey Official. And as always, as Richard just mentioned, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Baby Huey 83 for everything else. Please subscribe to us at In The Kliq, wherever you get your podcasts at. Subscribe to us on YouTube. That helps out a lot. Listen, watch the videos. Leave a like button, leave a comment, share the video, share the audio. Follow us on social media at In The Kliq, inthekliq@gmail.com. And on that note, let's go home. And that's the bottom line because Huey said so.